The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Rio Grande Valley, Texas, Jay Styles.
We'll welcome you into Thursday Night Riot on a Friday night. It is Johnny Bias here at ringside all alone because Hector is on the other side of the pond in England on the European Tour for Tuesday Night Rage. We come at you live tonight from here in Japan, where Jay Star makes her way down in the ring. And she's going to have a tough test tonight because she'll face Shiva one-on-one.
And her opponent from Maryland, the Destroyer.
Shiva has been on a heat streak as of late, trying to get back in top of that title picture. And tonight, two former world heavyweight champions will go at it one-on-one. I want to welcome everybody into the telecast. As always, big shout out to TJ, our producer of the show, watching from South Carolina. We are off and running here on Friday Night Riot. Here tonight, Shiva starting things off with a couple of combinations. And big slam right there from Shiva, not wasting any time here tonight. Now, Jay Star making a comeback right here. Nice snapmare takedown. And a drop kick to the neck area. Down goes Shiva. A nice running enziguri, and Jay Star starting to size up Shiva right here. He should be going for Oblivion, and not yet, as Shiva ties her up, and now a test of strength right here tonight. Now Jay Star with a nice headlock. But now Shiva on the attack there with a waist lock, trying to power down Jay Star here tonight. And now a victory roll. On the outside, Shiva, with a cannonball-like maneuver from the top rope. And she connects. Now Shiva on the outside with Jay Star just trying to wear her down. It's not a no disqualification match. The disqualification and countouts are in effect here tonight in this opening bout between these two women, as the women's division, of course, always getting things going here. On a big punch right there. And now hook of the leg. Let's see. 1, 2, and Jay Star will kick out. 2.5. What a matchup we've had so far tonight between these two women. To kick off Friday Night Riot here tonight on the program. Oh, man, look at this. Somebody's coming out here. And it looks like, I don't know who that could be. I think she's just playing mind games here because, of course, Amber, part of the Tuesday night, and a roll-up, and oh, man, she's got her. And that did not faze her one bit. And Shiva comes up with a steal here tonight. That is not going to go. It is not going to go well with J-Star here tonight. As it backfired on her, she tried to get somebody to come out here and interfere in this matchup. And it was just not meant to be, as Shiva was already overpowering her right there. And she got her in a big roll-up predicament right there out of nowhere. And, well, Shiva's going to pick up the victory here tonight. And
Winner, the Destroyer.
Shiva wins it. We'll be right back with more Friday night edition of Riot right after this. Right here on the telecast as Cyrus the Virus will make his way down to the ring. We haven't seen them guys in a long time. He's coming out here with his tag team partner, Mac Browser. These two guys known as Tech 9.
For one fall, making his way to the ring, accompanied by Mac, representing Havoc from the internet, weighing in at 230 pounds, Curtis the Virus.
Cyrus the Virus making his way down to the ring, and this guy, I mean, Tech 9, they're a pretty solid tag team. But by themselves, Cyrus the Virus is a force to be reckoned with, and now we get ready as this man right here will make his homecoming here tonight, the Scorpion.
And his opponent from North Korea, weighing in at 192 pounds, the Scorpion.
The Scorpion, of course, from North Korea, but he does have kin here in Japan, and some of his friends and family are here tonight as the North Korean, the Scorpion, coming out here. He's not coming out here alone, as Sin makes his way down here. They've made themselves quite an acquaintance. And, of course, Sin trying to learn a little bit from the Scorpion as one of the most deadliest superstars on the Riot roster. Of course, it has its run-ins with Chinese superstar Shang Mi, and that's another story for another time. But this should be an interesting matchup, to say the least. Clash of two different styles, if you will. All right, and a big strike to start things off right here in this matchup, and another big shout-out going out to TJ, watching in South Carolina, our producer of the show, and a big shout-out also going to Angela, watching in the Boston, Mass area, as you see the tie-up right there between the Scorpion and Cyrus the Virus here tonight. And taking him down. Well, I thought he was taking him down, and arm wrench right here, this time from Cyrus, putting the pressure on the Scorpion. And now he's starting to go down just a little bit, and kind of a back and forth to start things off here tonight between these two men. And finally, Cyrus the Virus takes him down, and well, the crowd kind of mixed tonight. Some going after Cyrus the Virus and some going after the Scorpion. Mike Browser at ringside for Cyrus, and then on the other side, Sin is out here with Scorpion. And look at this now, German suplex, but it's countered. Cyrus saw it coming from a mile away and able to counter out right there. A big kick to the gut right there, and another way to slip out of it. And this guy right here, he may look nerdy. He may look like Lester from GTA 4, maybe a younger version of him, of the Heist Master. But this man right here, even with the bowling shoes on, he is very crafty in the art of wrestling. And tonight, I don't know if you want to call it an upset if he was to win this matchup here tonight. Because both men, fairly good competitors in this sport of simulation wrestling. And, to me, in my humble opinion, it could go either way. And a slow-paced match to kind of start things off here. Well, not really start, but, the way it's going here. Kind of a back and forth, and now look at this. Coming to life is Cyrus the Virus here. And a kick out of two. Not enough to keep down the Scorpion here tonight, who is very deadly if you let him get back in it. Of course, he has that deadly Scorpion strike, and the Scorpion can strike at any time. But look at this. Oh, what a spike pile driver right there by Cyrus the Virus. Look at the leg right here. 1, 2, and I was going to say the Scorpion is defeated right here, but able to muster out a kick out at 2.5, maybe 2 3/4. The crowd saying we're not worthy, as it's been a long time we came back to Japan, as our good friends New Japan Wrestling has offered us a lot of venues and stuff, and they've taken care of us. So I believe next week we do have a surprise New Japan wrestler that wants to come out and fight the Riot champion. So whoever wins the matchup later on tonight between Deuce and Ray Hernandez will face a surprise New Japan wrestler next week here on the program. As of course, next week is not the go-home show to Clash of Harmony. We still have another week before the go-home, because next week will be the Rage pay-per-view event that Saturday, and then the following weekend on the 21st will be Clash of Harmony for you guys keeping score at home. And now the Scorpion picking him back up right here, and picks him up into a fireman's carry. Oh, and he takes him down with a Falcon Arrow. Scorpion now cooking with a little bit of peanut oil. And now going to the corner. And the Scorpion strike missed right there as Cyrus the Virus able to get in there. And now another spike power driver connects right there. Cyrus the Virus looking very strong in this matchup. As I mentioned earlier, it could go either way in this matchup. It could go Cyrus, it could go Scorpion. And now the cover from the Computer Whiz. 1, 2, and 3. And that's going to be it. And Cyrus the Virus picks up an impressive victory here tonight in this matchup. As you see the replay right there of this matchup. And Cyrus just had it going all night long. in this matchup. Right there, the Scorpion Strike missed, and Cyrus had the opportunity right there. Turn the tables, spike, pile driver, and that's all she wrote. 1, 2, and 3.
Your winner, Curtis the Virus.
And we'll be right back with more Friday night edition of Riot right after this. Cyrus the Virus is your winner. All right, we're back here on the program as a two-time Hall of Famer and one half of the tag team champions, the legend himself, Crazy Carnage.
From Richmond, Virginia, weighing in at 222 pounds, one half of the World Tag Team Champions, Crazy Carnage.
Crazy Carnage making his way down the ring, one half of the tag team champions, and his tag team partner, the Iron Man, will be in action later on tonight against El Guapo Chuck, which will be a legendary showdown in itself. And right now, Crazy Carnage making his way down the ring with that cup. As Hector would say, it could be purple, it could be pink, depending on how you mix it. All right. Crazy Carnage at ringside, and we get ready now for his opponent of the night. Here he comes, the Omega, Mr. Well, tonight he's actually, for the first time ever, Mr. Friday Night. Dean Lashley making his way down to the ring. All right. Well, the Omega, Dean Lashley, making his way down the ring. We do want to give a big shout out to the baddest man out of Chicago, Illinois, King Kong himself, Devontae Jones, watching down in Phoenix, Arizona here tonight. And we do give a big shout out also to Richmond, Virginia's very own Jamar Chambers, watching up in Richmond, Virginia. That's right. Hey, Mr. Postman. I'm starting to act and sound like Hector. Might not be having withdrawals. And now we are underway right here. Shelly wearing the traditional Japanese-style referee suit here tonight. Earlier we saw one of the Japanese referees out here giving a helpful hand. And a punch to the gut right there as tries to get out of it, and a nice, looked like a standing Spanish fly right there. And one count does connect, but not enough for the victory here tonight. And a nice clothesline off the top rope right there is Dean Lashley taking down Carnage, but Carnage starting to make a comeback. Boy, that was short-lived because Dean Lashley now, well, they're just going back and forth here tonight. No matter what I say, I'm like one step behind, and a nice moonsault from the top rope from Crazy Carnage. And now, nice arm drag takedown right there from Dean Lashley. So back and forth we go here. And look at this, a nice arm drag from Carnage this time. So monkey see, monkey do here tonight in this matchup. And now ripcord knee connects. And it's been a while that we've seen a ripcord knee from Carnage, and a count one and a kick out at one. So a one count for both superstars here tonight as we start. And now, big power slam from Carnage to the Omega here tonight. And on one count. Headbutt connects right there from the Omega, Dean Lashley. And now Carnage, another moonsault. This time it connects into a crossbody. And Dean's going to the outside trying to reset himself. And Carnage all fired up, set him to come on. And I'm not sure what he's going for there. It looked like a monkey flip, but an atomic drop right there from Dean Lashley. And a nice drop kick, textbook drop kick right there. Now Carnage going to the outside and Dean Lashley following suit to the outside. The fans here in Chicago, in Japan, all fired up for this matchup. They're fired up for all the matchups here tonight, but especially this one. And then later on tonight in the main event, champion versus champion, as the all-international champion, Sean Casey, takes on the world heavyweight champion, Cam Finley, in a one-on-one non-title matchup in the main event later on tonight. As we did mention, Deuce and Ray will fight for the Riot Championship. Falls count anywhere in the arena. Later on tonight, we do have Iron Man taking on El Guapo Chuck. Tag team action, Goons to Gods taking on the team of Pete the Body and Tommy Gunn. First time they've ever tag teamed, so I don't know if they're trying to stir the pot, trying to get another tag team in the fold right here, but a big opportunity for them if they can defeat Goons to Gods here, who will face the family for the tag team championships in about 2 weeks' time. Look at the leg right there. Looks like Carnage has the rope right there for leverage. Referee didn't see it right there in a count of two. And the match continues here in another chant for Fighting Forever. And, oh, what a toss right there from Crazy Carnage. The strength right there from the two-time Hall of Famer. And now going up to the top rope to the outside. Dean Lashley in trouble. Waiting for him to get up to his vertical base here. And now he's going to fly. And a missile drop kick from the top rope. Shades of Booker T here tonight. Of course, we celebrate Black History Month here in the WFA. And we do recognize some of our top stars like Dean Lashley, Crazy Carnage, Iron Man, Cam Finley, Big Bad Bishop Brown, the Grim Reaper himself, John Coffin, Gunner, and a slew of others like Amir and Deuce, Elijah Butcher, and to the outside. Of course, our lovely ring announcer Alicia Taylor as well. Foxy, and some others that we did not mention here tonight. Sinister Perry. Some of the legends here in WFA, and of course they joined the likes of Farouk, who was the first African-American world heavyweight champion in the sport of wrestling way back in the 90s when he defeated Vader for that championship. And now, years later, a lot of these guys have built their own legacies to become all-time greats. And now look at this, another moonsault from the top, but he went to the well too many times as Dean Lashley able to slip out of that one. And I don't know if that was fast enough because now Carnage back on the offense right here in a snap suplex. And we continue this bout here tonight. What a good one right there. Good job by GM Thorne putting up the card together here. Like him or hate him, he is our GM. And continuing to do his thing. And now look at this. Dean Lashley. Oh, what a reversal right there with a nice Hurricane Rana takedown. And now it might be time for a shooting star press. The legendary move, and Carnage now is going to set flight. Oh, but he went for the elbow instead. Might have been too far away. Hook of the leg right here. Let's see if it's enough. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2.5. Matchup does continue here tonight. And now look at this. Crazy knee lift. Going vintage Carnage right here. And if he puts it in deep, he may tap out. He does. And Crazy Carnage puts it to him. Crazy knee lift. And that's all she wrote for Dean Lashley here tonight. See the replay of these two gladiators going at it here tonight. It could have gone either way. But right here, the big elbow connected. I thought he was going to shoot a star press, but he went for the elbow. Connects right there, then a crazy knee lift. Crazy Carnage is your winner here tonight. Well, you know what that means? If he got a victory, it's going to be a party tonight. And probably at those brothels, but Hector's missing all the fun here, but he's got his own troubles with him and Dastardly, the cousin of Crazy Carnage, but that's another story for another time. We'll be right back with more right after this. Back on the program here tonight as you're ready for this next bout.
The following contest is a tag.
Tommy Gunn making his way down to the ring.
For one fall. Introducing first from New York, weighing in at 270 pounds, the All-American Tommy Gunn.
Tommy Gunn making his way down the ring, the All-American. Of course, he'll be joined by this man, the tag team partner. This man right here known as Pete the Body.
Beach, California, weighing in at 251 pounds, Peter the Body.
Here he comes, Pete the Body. First time he's going to tag with Tommy Gunn here tonight. All right, coming out here is that team, Pete the Body and Tommy Gunn. Now we get ready. As these guys right here, known as Goons to Goblins, excuse me, Goons to Gods, both Hall of Famers.
Combined weight of 467 pounds, Jay Mills and Dan O'Shea, the Gladiators.
Here they come down to the ring. Mills, a Hall of Famer. Odin, Godmode O'Shea, a Hall of Famer. These two men tag teaming together, former tag team champions. And of course, they got their rematch coming up in 2 weeks' time as they take on the family for those World Championship tag team titles. And right now, they get ready for this And it'll be Mills and Tommy Gunn starting things off here tonight. Tommy Gunn with an impressive suplex starter here, the All-American wrestler. Of course, walks out here with that championship, NCAA championship, in a nice roll-up right there. Oh, look at this, and goes for the cover, but Mills not having it as he kicks out pretty quickly. And we do give him a couple of more shout-outs. One going to Sean O'Grady and Odin O'Grady watching in the in Canada. Big shout-out to little Odin. And then a big shout-out going out to our good friend Jimmy watching in Massachusetts. And, of course, they coming out here with the girls as doing their thing as always, and a big splash right there in the corner from Odin, and starting things off the way he always does with the bar knuckle brawler style. Tommy Gunn doing his thing tonight, trying to get some momentum going for this first ever tag team. Of course, Pete the Body has been here for a long time, but has never really advanced in the sport. And now a tag into him. Speaking of the devil, he will appear. And now Odin O'Shea. Big uppercut right there to Pete the Body and a tag into Jay Mills. Where Jay Mills started this matchup against Tommy Gunn. And now Pete the Body trying to get some offense going, but a nice jawbreaker from Jay Mills, the Hall of Famer. Former everything, former World Tag Team Champion, former Riot Champion, former Heavyweight Champion, former Intercontinental Champion, former U.S. Champion. The fun fact is, both of these men, Odin and Mills, at one point in history, both at separate times held 4 championships at one time. An unbelievable feat that is, we thought at the time when Mills first did it, well, actually, when Odin first did it, we thought, well, it'd never be replicated again. Boy, were we wrong, because Mills did the same exact thing. You know, it's hard to believe that Mills is not a Hall of Famer for singles competition. Of course, he's in there with his former tag team partner, Lucho, as they entered as Goons to Gods. And oh, look at this! That should have been a disqualification. Look at Tommy Gunn just took out Bethany on the outside. And Owen is not going to like that one bit. And they go into the ring. Tommy Gunn not giving a damn tonight as he's trying to make a statement against Goons to Gods here tonight. And boy, is he making an ever statement if I've ever seen one. And now hook of the leg right here on Odin, one, and a strong kick out at one. Perhaps trying to send the message back that he's far from done. And he's going to have to do more than that to keep him down. And now Odin in the corner with Tommy Gunn. And now look at this. Now Odin going for the Stinger Splash. Oh, no, he's not going for the big knee. It does connect. And we'll be seeing a little bit of white noise. And we are Odin with a little bit of white noise. Vintage Odin right here. Hook of the leg. Let's see if it's enough. 1, 2, and in there to break it up at the last second was Pete the Body. And the matchup does continue here on the program. Friday night edition of Riot. And oh, look at this. Might be time to go night-night as a go-to-sleep connects right there for Odin O'Shea. Vintage Odin again. Look at the leg. This could be it. 1, 2, and nope. Somehow the shoulder came up. And the matchup continues here. Mills trying to get that look in his eye like he might want to come in and try to put a stop to Tommy Gunn here tonight. But Odin O'Shea says he's got this. And we'll see. Here he comes running. Axe handle to the back. That does connect. And now I'm going to pick up the pieces right here. Let's see. Into the corner. What a counter. Oh, look at this now. What is Tommy Gunn going to do? Oh, man, what a move right there from Tommy Gunn. Hook of the leg right here, one. And Mills in there to break it up quickly. I'm telling you, Mills has that look in his eye. Like he is ready to destroy somebody. Irish whip to the outside. Pete the Body showing his muscles here tonight, his strength, and shooting him to the outside. And Pete the Body arguing with, looks like Andrea right there at ringside. And now look at this military press slam on Odin, and Pete the Body starting to get momentum. Oh, he went for the corkscrew elbow right there, missed with a big boot. Well, big boot hit him, I should say. And now Odin has him up, and he went for a Samoan roll right there. And now Mills is going to get a piece of the pie as he gets a tag in right here, and here he comes. Future Hall of Famer. Well, he's already a Hall of Famer, but you know what I mean. And it looks like Pete the Body with a clothesline does not want nothing to do with Mills. Is that or Tommy Gunn wants a piece of Mills, a sling blade. And here comes a tempo shot going down to Murder Mills here tonight. Uh-oh. Tune up that song. Started from the bottom. Now we're here. And that connects right there. Tommy Gunn in a bad way. This could be it, ladies and gentlemen. Hook of the leg, but Pete the Body in there quicker than a cricket, as Hector would say, to break up the count. And Mills death staring Pete the Body right there as he knew that was a 3 count, and Pete the Body came in there to break it up pretty quickly. And now a double team now from Gunsa Gods, and they're going to shoot him into the corner. That's got to hurt. And now Odin back on the offense right here. Could we see a German suplex and a back body drop? Tommy Gunn in a bad way, and Odin O'Shea now. Irish whip, but a counter into the corner. And now look at this. What is this? Oh, what a devastating move right there from Tommy Gunn. Hook of the leg right here, but Mills right there with a little toe tap to break up the count. Tommy Gunn very impressive here tonight in this matchup. I would have thought this matchup would have been over, and these men would be in the shower by now. But the matchup does continue here tonight, and don't forget, we still have El Wapo Chuck versus Iron Man later on tonight. Dukes versus Ray, and then the main event, Sean Casey versus Cam. Champion versus champion in this matchup. And now a tag in. And now Mills, with a big discus hit to the back of the head. Pete the Body should have just... Oh, look at this now. Torture rack. Torture rack and Mills getting out of it. Oh, there's Odin to help him out right there. You know, I know that Lucho and Mills had chemistry like no other. Arguably the greatest tag team of all time. But if you look at the way Odin and Mills attack, the way they tag team, it's almost like if they're in a bar fight and they will not let the other get hurt because they're right on the attack with each other. Just backing each other up. And now Mills with a couple of chops to the chest and a big punch now. Down goes Pete the Body. And what a matchup it's going to be in about a week and a half's time as he misses that one. Between the family and Gunsa Gods, that's going to be one hell of a tag team matchup right there. And a big tag in right there from Mills, and Odin has him up. Might be time for a little bit of go to sleep, and out of nowhere, Pete the Body's been busted wide open. Look at the leg right here. This should be enough, but Tommy Gunn flies in there like an eagle. Soars in there like an eagle and takes him down. Oh, no, Shea didn't like that one bit. And now has him up again, this time for a little bit of white noise. And Odin trying to put a stop to Pete the Body here tonight. This could be it. 1, 2, and 3. Gunsta Gods win this matchup with ease. I think after a while they were just toying with these guys. I really don't think that Pete and Tommy Gunn had a chance at all in this matchup. As you watch the replays here tonight, and look at Mills looking at the camera, wording the words, light work. And he's kind of doing animation with his fingers and hand, trying to tell Iron Man and Carnage to take notes as they defeat these two here tonight. Pretty good matchup overall. I do agree with that, but look at this big move right here from Tommy Gunn. My goodness, and it caught him slipping. Look at that. He was showing off to the crowd. I didn't even notice that. Then he got busted wide open. And then not only did he get a little bit of night-night juice, but he got a little bit of white noise for good measure. And that's all she wrote here tonight. Gunsta Gods win this matchup here tonight. We'll be right back as the Iron Man and El Guapo Chuck go at it one-on-one coming up next. But Mills and Odin, the Hall of Famers, with another victory here tonight. All right, here he comes, one of the greatest of all time, the legend himself, the Ironborn superstar known as the Iron Man, one half of the Tag Team Champions.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, representing the family from Charleston, South Carolina, weighing in at 254 pounds, one half of the World Tag Team Champions, Iron Man.
All right, here comes the Iron Man, a Hall of Famer. Saw Carnage, his tag team partner, in action earlier as he defeated his opponent Dean Lashley one-on-one, and tonight he'll have El Guapo Chuck one-on-one. Then, of course, in about 2 weeks' time, they will put those tag titles on the line against the tag team you just saw in Gunsta Gods. All right, Iron Man at ringside, and we get ready now as El Guapo Chuck, the up-and-coming superstar here, who will meet Camp Fiddley for that championship.
And his opponent representing the corporation from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, weighing in at 226 pounds,
El Guapo Chuck out here looking at all these Japanese women, and they are going absolutely bonkers for this man here tonight, as he is a sex symbol here in WFA. Of course, his whole team turned on him as Cam Finley started the trend, and Haley Storm followed suit, and then they got Deuce on their side. Bishop Brown came over and joined them. Theodore Reed. And this man right here, full of confidence, oozing in Mexican machismo. A little bit of Rick Rude right there, putting his own face on the trunks. And tonight he has a big test as he goes after the Hall of Famer himself, the Iron Man. And I guarantee you this, Cam Finley's in the back in the skybox watching, and well, what would Cam think if he could beat that man right there, the Iron Man, a legend in the sport of simulation wrestling? And we get started here. A big shout out going to John watching in South Carolina. Another big shout out to Wesley Figgs watching in the skybox here in Japan, as Cam Finley will have that main event later on tonight. And as you know, Jimmy says that El Guapo is that guy, and he has proved that he's that guy. He got drafted to Riot, became the world heavyweight champion, and then he got a little bit of treason from Cam Finley and the rest of the squad. You know, I'm not making excuses for El Guapo Chuck, but that's what happened. He got caught slipping. Everybody else kind of left the establishment, established by GM Thorne. So all that's left is the Beast Mode and Ray and on their side. And right now Cam's building his own empire, just kind of the way that he stood in the shadows of Wes Douglas when he was part of the House of Douglas for about a year ago. But the thing was that everybody kept talking about was that Cam was overshadowing Wes Douglas becoming the world heavyweight champion that Wes could never do. Then he got drafted to Thursday nights after the long reign that he had. And now he's making his own chapter here as he's starting his own. Oh, but a ironborn neck breaker from the top rope right here as we get back to the action here. Enough storytelling, at least for now. An Iron Man with a stomp right there, but El Guapo Chuck gets out of the way. And now an Irish whip. Let's see what El Guapo Chuck's thinking. And he went for a big kick, but Iron Man knew that was coming, and he able to counter out. And another Irish whip, and a lot of cardio in this matchup. And a Lutez Prez right here. And big shots to the face of El Guapo Chuck from the Iron Man. Now hook of the leg right here. 1, 2, and a kick out. The matchup does continue. And big shout out to everybody watching here live on YouTube TV, brought to you by the Smoking Section Podcast. If you have not done yet, make sure you hit them guys up and subscribe, like, and share, and help them guys, build up that page as they talk topical topics every single week. And a nice Pele kick right there from El Guapo Chuck takes down the legend Iron Man. Now going up to the top rope right here. Let's see what he's doing. Oh my God, what a move right there from El Guapo Chuck. Could this be it? 1, 2, and a kick out. The matchup does continue, and see the 2 symbols in the air right there. Of course, Hector making that 299 a trendy topic here. Now look at this, El Guapo driver out of nowhere. This could be it right here for the Iron Man. 1, 2, and a kick out again. The matchup continues here on Friday Night Rage. The crowd yelling "Fight Forever," and he tripped up on that top rope right there, able to recover, but Iron Man goes to the outside, trying to recover just a little bit, but El Guapo Chuck again, shot from behind, Irish whip to the corner here. El Guapo Chuck has a lot of momentum in his corner. Iron Man starting to fade a little bit, but now as soon as I say that, he comes back with a nice ironborn punch right there to take down El Guapo Chuck. El Guapo Chuck with a head scissor takedown. Back and forth we go in this matchup. Both men with a lot of pride at stake here tonight. Nothing on the line. But, you know, when you have an ego like Iron Man who thinks that he's still the man around here, that thinks he's still the alpha here, which I'm not taking anything away from the legend of the Iron Man, but, you know, you got newcomers like El Guapo Chuck, like Bishop Brown, Cam Finley, who have kind of made this into their league now. But I say that with caution because, I mean, Iron Man's still one half of the tag team champions, which is going to be a legendary battle. And look at this, the Delusions of Greater put on the DOG. And, well, able to get out of it is El Guapo Chuck. But look at Iron Man again. Went for the Ironborn neckbreaker, but nothing there now. Exchanging blows here in the middle of the ring. And went for the Luke Des Perez, but tripped over something there. But he has the offense still as a combination of punches right there. And a big clothesline to the outside. Going up to the top rope now is the Iron Man. And he jumps off with a big elbow right into the heart of El Guapo Chuck. And now look at him teasing El Guapo Chuck to get back in the ring, knowing that he's trying to shake off the cobwebs here tonight. As we look around the arena, capacity crowd here in Japan, as you look at the nice set right here for Riot here as we're using from New Japan Pro Wrestling. Look at this, El Guapo Chuck on the outside, taking his sweet time to get back in the ring, looking at the beautiful Japanese women here in the front row here. And now look at this, El Guapo Chuck. Look at this roll-up right here from El Guapo Chuck, trying to take down the Iron Man. He's trapped in there pretty deep. 1, 2, and I thought he had him, but a kick out at 2.5. And, backbreaker and a clothesline from behind. Iron Man now could be spelling victory right here. 1, 2, and a kick out. El Guapo Chuck still in this matchup. The 299s fly in the air from the crowd here as we give a big shout out to Hector Hernandez, who is in England, and a nice power slam takedown right there. And it might be time for the Iron-born neck breaker. El Guapo Chuck gets caught in it, and he goes down. This could be it for the Iron Man. 1, 2, and 3, and Iron Man wins it against El Guapo Chuck. He got caught slipping. He got too cocky, and Cam Finley has got to be happy about this victory for the Iron Man here tonight. I really thought El Guapo Chuck was going to come and take care of business and upset the Iron Man, but Iron Man, despite all of the politics in the backstage area and all the hate from the newcomer saying that he doesn't have it anymore, you know, he comes out here and proves it every single week, and that is the legend of the Iron-born superstar, the Iron Man. So as, you know, the saying goes, put that in your pipe and smoke it. And tonight, Iron Man caught him right here. El Guapo Chuck thought he had him in the bag. Iron-born neckbreaker was the end for El Guapo Chuck, and Cam Finley laughing his butt off here tonight. Iron Man wins it. We'll be right back with more right after this. Riot Championship coming up next.
The following contest is a Falls Count Anywhere match and is for the Rated R Hardcore Championship.
All right, the Riot Championship on the line here tonight. And Ray Hernandez makes his way down to the squared circle here tonight with his longtime girlfriend, Roxanne. Member of the establishment here tonight, as Beast Mode is not in the arena tonight, so he'll come out here with Roxanne. He's got a tough test tonight as he's going to face Deuce. Here he comes, a Riot champion, Deuce. And TJ, remind me of the group that Cam has now, please. I'm having a brain fart right now. This man right here, Deuce, used to be a tag team with Amir, and they were former tag team champions, and went away for a little bit, and he re-signed with the company and came back and made waves as he became the new Riot champion. Of course, his former counterpart, Amir, making big waves as he won the championship from the Europeans a week ago, and then, of course, he got upset by the Russian Gladiator Gang Gruff on Tuesday Night Rage, and this man right here joining forces with Big Bad Bishop Brown, with Cam Finley, with Theodore Reed and Haley Storm, forming what is now known as the New Breed. This should be an excellent matchup right here, and we'll show you that Riot Championship on your screen. Then we'll take it down to Alicia Taylor, standing by ringside.
Introducing the challenger from Rio Grande Valley, Texas, weighing in at 195 pounds, Ray Hernandez. And his opponent from Bad Street, Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 283 pounds, the Rated R Hardcore Champion, Deuce.
Deuce taking a gander at that championship. The referee will take it. We found out that the referee's name is Yoshi-san. So Yoshi-san will take it to Ray Hernandez. He'll take a gander at it and now show it to the world here and the Japanese watching in the arena. We are ready here. No disqualifications, no countouts. Falls do count anywhere in the arena, and I do mean anywhere. Yoshi-san rings a bell, and we're off and running as Ray Hernandez with a DDT to start things off against Deuce. I don't even know I think it sounds like they're booing Ray Hernandez, and they may be going for the New Breed here tonight, which is interesting right here because, you know, Ray Hernandez is, you know, known as a babyface back home, and maybe the tables have turned over here. I know that the toilet flush is counterclockwise here, so maybe there's a discrepancy here in Japan. I don't know. I don't make the rules. And a kick right there, and a reminder that they have made a agreement. Next week it'll be a Japanese superstar from New Japan World Wrestling, and they'll be taking on the winner of this matchup here tonight. As you see Roxanne there in the corner taking apart that turnbuckle. Ray Hernandez now using the educated feet And, oh, he gets flipped upside down right here. Oh, and a big knee to the face right there from Deuce. And they're tussling here tonight in Japan. And now Ray Hernandez going up to the top rope right here. He's going to fly. He's feeling froggy, but Deuce was not feeling it. Moves out of the way. And now Deuce, it looks like he's been busted wide open there on the top of his forehead. And I think that happened in the early start of this matchup when the DDT connected. So that could be a thing right there. And now look at this. Oh, double stomp on the knees right there. And I really thought that he was going to go for that Mexican stretch. And a kendo stick in this matchup now as Roxanne helping out Ray Hernandez a little bit and throws a baseball bat in there for good measure. 1, 2, could we have a new champion and a kick out at 1.5. Ray Hernandez with a 3 taco deluxe. Hook of the leg right here. 1, 2, and a kick out. Nothing doing right here. Ray Hernandez still trying to get the attack here on Deuce. Another DDT, which busted him wide open to begin this matchup. And another kick out. To the leg right here. 1, 2, and a kick out. And a nice head scissor takedown right there by Ray Hernandez. And it's, I'm not going to say it's been all Ray here tonight, but Ray has a lot of momentum in this matchup. I know that he's been a former Riot champion before, and he's looking to not only get that championship back up, but perhaps get some momentum away from the new breed and try to keep trying to stick one to Cam and the rest of the guys for, you know, the new breed for betraying the establishment. And now on the outside, remember, false count anywhere. Where is Yoshi-san? There he is. 1, 2, and a kick out. Oh, and he uses a steel step as Ray Hernandez, and now has a baseball bat back in his hand. Oh, into the barricade right there. Deuce shoots him in there. Now Deuce going for a kendo stick underneath the ring right here. And now Deuce on the top rope right there, looking to take down Ray. And oh, he went for the karate kick right there. And Ray Hernandez now looking for a roll-up right here in the championship. The referee's down 1, and a kick out. Oh, and a big punch right there from Deuce. And a big Knee right there in the face. 1, 2, and another kick out. The matchup continues here. Look at the leg. 1, 2, and another. Oh, he got the 3 count. Got the 3 count on the outside. I looked down for a second to check some notes, and I thought he had the 2 count, but Deuce able to retain the championship here. What a battle between these two men right here. The HKO hit early on, but was not enough. The frog splash hit and was not enough. And my goodness, I just don't know how Deuce is going to be stopped. He seems like an unsolvable force, and I'm pretty sure that has a lot to do with the leadership of Cam Finley and Theodore Reed. And what a move right there. And runs right into Yoshi-san. And then right here, hit him with another knee to the face, and that's all it took, and Deuce wins it and retains the championship here tonight.
Rated R Hardcore Champion,
Deuce wins it. New Breed stays on top. We'll be right back with more right after this. All right, it's main event time here on Friday Night Riot here tonight. And we get ready now as Sean Casey, the All-International Champion, makes his way down to the ring.
The following champion versus champion contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 186 pounds, the All-Star International Champion, Sean Casey.
Sean Casey at ringside, and he'll have a battle in his own right against Dean Lashley at the pay-per-view as well for that All-International Championship. And Dean Lashley had a loss earlier on tonight, so something that Sean Casey was looking at, and he's got a tough task tonight, and he's going to face this man right here, the World Heavyweight Champion. Coming out here with the Riot Champion, Big Bad Bishop Brown and Theodore Reed. The New Breed, and I know it says the Establishment on there, and we will get that corrected, as tonight we're going to do a lot of corrections on the game. Look at the size difference. Down Irish whip to the outside. Look at the power of Cam Finley, the World Heavyweight Champion. Not wasting any time. And a big shout out going out to Sean O'Grady and Odin O'Grady watching in Canada. And of course, a big shout out going out to our good friend Wes Figs watching in Chicago, Illinois. Back body drop. Does connect. Sean Casey might be a little bit smaller in stature, only standing at about 6 foot. Cam Finley standing at about 6'5", if I'm not mistaken. But Sean Casey has a heart of a lion, I'll tell you that much. And look at this now. Has him in a triangle choke. And, oh, my God, look at this. Cam Finley picking him up and putting him down. The strength of Cam Finley, the World Heavyweight Champion. Now Sean Casey with a shoulder tackle to the outside. And we know that El Guapo Chuck is watching, and look at this, trying to choke him out on the outside. Going back to the inside of both men, and look at this, mocking Cam Finley, putting his little guns up, and oh, look at this, a DDT connects right there, overflow, even flow, excuse me. Hook of the leg right here, can he get the upset victory? 1, 2, and 3, and oh my God, Sean Casey has just pinned the champion. El Guapo Chuck has got to be laughing in the backstage areas. He lost tonight also, and tonight, Sean Casey in the main event puts one over on the World Heavyweight Champion, and Dean Lashley has got to be irate about this one. And not only them, but Theodore Reed has to be upset. The New Breed's got to be upset. Sean Casey with the upset of the century. The All-International Champion with a victory over the World Heavyweight Champion. For Johnny Bias and TJ Bramo, the executive producer, this has been a presentation of WFA Friday Night Riot. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week for more action here on Riot and YouTube TV. Good night from Japan. Konnichiwa.